think about where you're at right now. And the bye week comes at a great time. We got 10 league wins, man. That's huge to get to double-digit league wins. We have clinched a winning road record, right, with 5 road wins. To have a winning road record in this league this year is a big-time achievement, a huge achievement. Hey! Father, thank you for helping us play together as a unit and keeping us away from injury. Through your name and pray. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Right corner, Astoria, 3 on the west hand. Point Notre Dame lead. Down and Notre Dame again. Short pass on over to Astoria. Drives baseline, reverse layup up and good. A brilliant drive.
At the rim, Bonzie Colson.
Out of Beachem who drives delayed for the posterizing jam.
Welcome, Irish fans, to this week's edition of Inside Notre Dame Basketball with Mike Brey. And, Coach, only one game this week, but a very important road victory over NC State.
Yeah, it was a key for us, Jack, to get back on the road and get a road win. And it gives us a winning record in road wins in ACC play, which is something to be very proud of.
And not only that, as we tape this show, you were in a 4-way tie for second place in the ACC.
This is going to be an unbelievable finish this last week of the season, but I love how we put ourselves in a great position.
The most important thing about this week may be what's not happening. You've got 7 days without a game.
Came at a good time, Jack. Our 4 key guys play a lot of minutes. To be able to get them some rest and then to be able to get back into a good practice routine, very important timing for us.
When we come back, we'll take you to Raleigh, North Carolina for all the highlights of Notre Dame's very important victory over NC State.
Inside Notre Dame Basketball is presented by TireRack.com and brought to you by Team Notre Dame partners, Coca-Cola, Under Armour, and Gatorade. Inside Notre Dame Basketball is also brought to you by Bank of America, Canon, Xfinity, Delta Airline, proud to be the official airline of Notre Dame Athletics. Notre Dame Ticket Exchange, powered by Vivid Seats. Nissan, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Sirius XM Satellite Radio, and UPS.
Noon road games can be really tough, but your guys are ready right from the start in Raleigh.
We were very ready to play. I think it's always a key to get off to a good start on the road. Thought we were anxious to play, and I think we got off to a good start because we were excited to play because we've been playing well lately.
And after State scored the first basket, you responded with a 7-0 run.
Got out of the gate great. You know, again, I think our offense was clicking in the first half. We were moving, we were spreading them out, making some shots.
You are leading 9-4, put TJ Gibbs into the game, and he scores 7 of your next 13 points.
The guy has been such a weapon for us off the bench, you know, and he scores. That's the one thing. I wasn't so sure we'd get that out of him. I knew he was a good ball handler and there was toughness about him, but he's able to get to the bucket. He scores, he gets fouled, he makes plays.
Bonzie Colson is now a national Player of the Year candidate, so he's a marked man. Didn't matter. He hit all 5 of his shots in the first half and grabbed 3 rebounds.
Yeah, I thought he really picked his spots well. He took their big guys out of the post and played out at 15, 18 feet. He was really using his shot fake well.
Maybe my favorite play of the game. 1:40 left in the first half. Matt Ryan picks up a loose ball, outlets to Pfluger, bounce pass to VJ, who puts it up and in.
That was a heck of a play. It really was. And it kind of shows you that it's a group that's playing well together and feeling good about themselves.
You walked into a very emotional atmosphere. NC State had just announced the firing of their head coach, Mark Gottfried. You didn't know how NC State was going to respond, so you made sure you took the crowd out of the game. 59% shooting in the first half, 50% from 3, 5 steals, and 10 fast break points on the way to a 41-28 halftime lead.
Yeah, I thought it was an unusual dynamic, and I thought we'd get a great punch from NC State. I loved how we got started, but certainly in the second half, they made a run at us.
Certainly in that second half, it took you just 6 minutes to run that lead up to 23 points, thanks in part to a red-hot VJ Beachem, who hit 4 threes during that stretch. He finished with a career-high 7 and 27 points.
Well, VJ was rolling, and to get up 20 on the road in ACC play just doesn't happen much. It really doesn't, but VJ was such a key for us, kind of making us believe.
As you mentioned, NC State made a little run, really started to push you, but your big guns started making plays. Matt Farrell hit a big 3. Bonzie comes up with a 3-point play. Then VJ hits his final three to put you up 14 with just under 4 left.
Yeah, I think State was going to make a run. Their fans were in it. The crowd got in it. Again, Jack, I loved our poise. We have shown great poise on the road when there's game pressure on us or people are coming after us. I thought our poise was fabulous.
And speaking of poise, State does cut it to 7 late. But you win it at the free throw line. You make 6 of your final 7, leading down to the end of the game. You made 10 of 12 in the game.
Well, we knew it probably would come to that. They were going to have to foul us, and I love our chances when we get to the foul line. I mean, our guys really want to break the national free throw percentage record, and we're close.
So the Irish win it 81-72 for their 10th conference win of the year. When we come back, I take a little stroll with senior VJ Beachem around Purcell Pavilion. VJ Beachem is ending his Notre Dame career just the way everyone wants to end a career, at the top of his game. VJ is second on the team in scoring this season at 15.4 points per game and has made a team-high 73 three-point shots, the third highest total in the ACC. As the season winds to a close, Beachem is stepping on the accelerator on both ends of the floor. In Notre Dame's previous 5 games, VJ is averaging 18 points and has also blocked 11 shots. This week, VJ took some time to talk with me about his days at Notre Dame.
Now Beachem with the steal. Beachem racing down the floor. Beachem gets all the way to the glass, lays it up and in, and Notre Dame has it down to single digits.
I know it's always hard to reflect when it's not over yet, but are you starting to a little bit? Are you taking a little bit more time to take it all in each game?
Yeah, it started to hit me the other day. Only have, 5 guaranteed games left. Only 2 here in this building. It's been a great ride, though.
You stayed home, but you didn't stay home. You got just far enough away that people had to invest a couple hours to get up here, but you were in an area that was familiar to you. Was that helpful?
Yeah, it's been great, to have my family, to be able to come to every home game, different friends and people like that to be able to come and see me play. And then also, anytime I need to go home or anything like that, I can just, head straight down the road.
Do you remember the first time you walked into the Joyce Center?
Yeah, I was like a 14-year-old kid in high school. It was the first time I had ever been here. That's my first memory in the Joyce.
As we walk onto the floor, take me to the spot of your favorite play on this floor to date. Where did it take place?
Probably that corner.
Right down here?
Over here. Yep, this corner. I love to drive baseline and I love to shoot corner threes. So working right here from this corner, I feel like I can just spot up right now and shoot one.
So we're in VJ's corner, right?
Yeah, this is my place to be. I love the corner.
Do you ever look up there, ACC champions, Elite 8, and see 2015, 2016, and know that you're a major reason why that happened?
Yeah, it's something that, I think about all the time. How special those moments were. And also how, this year we want to add up there, whether it's another banner as far as the Sweet 16 or Elite 8, or, hanging our own, which we, have a great opportunity to do.
Right behind us, about 3 weeks ago, after a win, the whole New Haven team was here. What did that mean to you?
Yeah, it was a great feeling for me, to see my old high school coaches here, to see, kids that look up to me, from my hometown here. It just means a lot to me that they were able to come up to me and watch a game and, watch us get a win and, just show that, even from my background or even from Fort Wayne, you can go on to do a lot of great things.
Pass is stolen by Beachem. He goes in all alone and dunks it.
What's been your best moment here so far?
I got to put all 3 of them into one, back-to-back Elite 8s and the ACC title. Of course, the ACC title put a ring on our finger, I don't think it's really hit any of us, what we've been able to do, in our careers. But one day we'll look back, 20 years from now and just, have great memories of the time we spent together off the court And then, you know, the fact that we were able to hang a banner in here, you know, and win a title, you know, is something that you'll never forget.
20, 25 years down the road, when you walk back into this building, what are you going to remember?
How crazy the crowd was in here every single night. And, you know, just the memories with my brothers in here, the special things that we were able to do, you know, knocking off #1 team, going to Elite Eights, and then, you know, just the practices and the fun times we've had in here each and every day.
What has VJ Beachem meant to this program? What has he meant to you?
You know, he's almost like a son to me, really. When you coach a guy 4 years, and we've done that with VJ, you really get to know him. You develop a strong bond. I've been so proud of the man he's become. He came to us as a young guy, not the strongest guy in the world, but he let us coach him. And he is in the midst of finishing off a fabulous career, a big-time winner, and an unbelievable ambassador for our program.
So is VJ Beachem now the VJ Beachem you hoped he would become when you recruited him?
I really think his junior and senior year, he has become the man we thought he'd become. We knew it was going to take some time for him. He knew it was going to take some time, but he was patient, we were patient, and it's fun to watch now.
Major League Baseball spring training is getting into full swing in Florida and Arizona this week, meaning it's a good time for us to show you Coach Brey's connection to the first World Series championship for the Cubs in 108 years. But first, take some time and stretch while we show you these messages from some of our fine sponsors. Coach Brey often talks about good karma, and when you look back on all the success Notre Dame has had since Coach arrived back in 2000, it's safe to say he brought a lot of good karma with him to Notre Dame. But does Mike Brey have the ability to lend some of that karma to other athletic teams? We'll let you be the judge as we follow Coach Brey on his trip to Wrigley Field last June.
Got to size it up.
What's
up, baby? How you doing?
Good.
He's entering his 17th season as head coach of the Notre Dame men's basketball team and has guided the Fighting Irish to back-to-back Elite Eight appearances.
Let's have them hear it all the way back in South Bend, Indiana. 1, 2, 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and crackers.
Can she get in there? There we go.
I don't care if I ever go
get 'em,
back.
man.
So it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's get some runs, baby!
So what do you think? Did you give the Cubs a little nudge towards history with your good karma?
Well, I'm reminded by my son, who was with me. They lost that night to the Cardinals, and they went on a little bit of a losing streak after that. So I have, until they got out of it, I was getting hammered by my son. But you know what? That is such a fun experience to be at Wrigley, and also to watch what the Cubs did. Maybe they gave us some karma for this season.
This week's Ask Coach Brey question, and Matt Gregory runs the Inside Notre Dame Fast Break right after this timeout. It's time now for the experts at TireRack.com question of the week for Coach Brey. This week's question comes via Twitter from @GHSchmid1. Coach, what drills do you suggest young post players use to perfect their low post game?
You know, I think for low post players, and let's take Bonzi for example, you know, footwork, getting them to catch it with their back to the basket and pivoting correctly without traveling, drop, stepping, stomp, pulling it through and facing up, but just get him to pivot correctly in the low post without traveling. That's the first step.
Being a walk-on for the Notre Dame basketball team is a challenging responsibility. First of all, you have to be able to play the game well to help practices be as competitive as possible. You also have to be a good example, especially for the younger players. You have to be a leader and a positive voice in the locker room. Notre Dame junior walk-on Matt Gregory is completing his third season excelling at all of these things, which means running the inside Notre Dame basketball fast break will barely cause Matt to break a sweat.
Favorite all-time movie?
Apocalypse Now.
First car you ever drove?
2001 gold Honda Odyssey.
Who is your role model?
My dad.
One thing the public would be surprised to learn about you?
I love mountaineering.
Twitter or Instagram?
Neither.
Best part of your game?
Three-point shooting.
Part of your game you need to work on?
Defense.
One thing you always hear from Coach Brey in practice?
Let's get our energy back.
Assistant coach who is most like Coach Brey?
Coach Blanis.
Player on the team who's most like you?
Nick Jogo.
Ryan Ayers.
Shooter.
Eric Atkins.
Silky smooth.
Ryan Humphrey.
Energy.
Harold Swanigan.
Big body.
Best defender on the team?
Rex.
Best leaper on the team?
Torres.
Best dunker on the team?
Torres.
Worst dunker on the team?
Steve.
Best dresser on the team?
EB.
Worst dresser on the team?
Steve.
Best singer on the team?
Bonzi.
Worst singer on the team?
Matt Farrell.
Beard growing competition. Who wins, you or Coach Brey?
Me.
In the intro, I emphasized how important walk-ons are to your program. And again, I can't emphasize it enough. They are not ceremonial. You don't get to be a Notre Dame walk-on if you can't play the game.
Yeah, there's no question. And Matt Gregory's been a great addition. You know, the one thing he added right away as a freshman was maturity. He handles his business like a man. Obviously, he's a great student. He's a very good basketball player. And the days that we need him to give us depth in practice, he more than holds his own.
It's time now for this week's Notre Dame Ticket Exchange, powered by Vivid Seats, Play of the Week. For this week's play, we take you back to the first half of Notre Dame's road win over NC State for one of the prettiest fast break baskets you are ever gonna see.
Picking up the loose ball was Ryan. Quick outlet to Pfluger. Bounce pass to Beachem. Scoop shot up and good. Beautiful transition. The ball barely hit the floor, and the Irish are up 39-26.
Very big week for your team. Your final two home games, Sunday night against Georgia Tech, Wednesday, Boston College, senior night. And really, you need both of those if you're going to stay in the running for that double bye.
Well, we need our home crowd to be as good as they've been all year, and they've been really good. Two last home games, two last times to see this group play on this floor. Senior night will be a special night because we're going to honor VJ Beachem and Steve Vastoria, two big-time winners from our program. But we are in double bye territory, so you'll want to take care of business.
Team really seems to be coming together at the right time.
I like our frame of mind, Jack. I think we feel we're playing well. I think we feel we're in a great offensive rhythm right now. And I'm hoping the bye week has gotten us some rest to have some fresh legs and fresh minds.
Should be a fun and hopefully successful week here inside Purcell Pavilion, and we'll be back next week to break down all the highlights of the Georgia Tech and Boston College games. Until then, for Coach Brey, I'm Jack Nolan. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, go Irish.
Inside Notre Dame Basketball is presented by TireRack.com and brought to you by Team Notre Dame partners, Coca-Cola, Under Armour, and Gatorade. Inside Notre Dame Basketball is also brought to you by Bank of America, Canon, Xfinity, Delta Airline, proud to be the official airline of Notre Dame Athletics. Notre Dame Ticket Exchange, powered by Vivid Seats. Nissan, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, SiriusXM Satellite Radio, and UPS.